Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of All NBA 24/7. I am your host, Rishi Kapoor. On tonight's episode, episode 34, I'm going to be discussing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are declining trade offers for Jimmy Butler. So, a lot of teams have, inquired about Jimmy Butler. Most likely, the three teams he wants to go to: Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, and Los Angeles Clippers. It has been reported that actually out of all those teams, he actually wants to go to the Clippers the most, and team up with Kawhi Leonard next season. So, obviously, we won't know what is the ultimate truth unless we hear from his mouth. But Minnesota, I guess, is just playing it safe, and they want to, not take any trade offers because they believe that they may not be able to get what they want for him, and may not be able to get some pieces back that can help their team. It's just like a mess over there in Minnesota. You got Tom Thibodeau, still acquiring all of his former Bulls players who he thinks can still play. I mean, let's see what happens. Karl Anthony Towns hasn't signed an extension, and then Jimmy Butler now, wants to be traded, and Andrew Wiggins' brother came out and said, hallelujah when he heard the news that Jimmy Butler wants to be traded. So there's going to be a lot of tension in the locker room, and I believe that just with everything that's been going on, I don't think that team is going to be making the playoffs. I feel like off-court distractions are just going to be too much. So, in my opinion, Minnesota would be better off, trading Jimmy Butler, because how can you bring back a guy that wants to be traded? I mean, you're going to always question and be paranoid about, his level of, his level to compete, his level to win, whether or not he's going to be playing hard on the court, whether he's going to be like a distraction in the locker room. So Minnesota still has Jimmy Butler on the books for 20 million. So I don't know if they're going to be trading him now or during the deadline. But I believe that they should trade him now and get solid pieces back for him, because his trade value is still up there. I mean, I know he only played 59 games, but you don't want him to play next season and not play any minutes, and just his trade value just gets diminised. Much like the situation what happened with Vince Carter. It wasn't the fact that Vince Carter couldn't play; it was the fact that Sam Mitchell wasn't playing him enough, and that's why the Raptors back in the day got basically nothing for him. So you don't want his trade value to diminish, right? And I believe that Minnesota should listen to all teams and see what these teams have to offer. Because you don't want to just keep a guy like that now on the team. He could potentially become a virus in the locker room and just potentially, ruin the team's chances of making it to the playoffs. And it's just a whole situation now there. You got a player, your main guy doesn't want to sign an extension. Your other main guy wants to be traded. You're bringing in old Chicago Bulls players who have been injury prone and who don't know, who knows if they can play. Andrew Wiggins has known to not, play hard enough and, maximize his potential, and is getting into it with, former players like Steven Jackson. I mean, it's just an absolute mess in Minnesota. So, but yeah, I believe, in my opinion, though, that they should not decline offers for Jimmy Butler. They should inquire about Jimmy Butler offers and see what teams, want for him. He is an all-star. He's one of the best players in the NBA. His trade stock hasn't gone down that much. So I believe that they should inquire and get solid pieces that can improve the team. I just believe that holding him back, declining trade talks, is just gonna just be bad going forward. And then if you do trade him, obviously you get that 20 million off the books, right off your cap. And so Jimmy Butler does have 20 million guaranteed next year, and then he's got a $20 million player option. So I believe that it's just bad to just hold on to a player like that now. I mean, it'd be one thing if Jimmy Butler didn't come out and say he wanted to be traded or this and that, but he's flat out admitted he wants to be traded to three teams. He doesn't want to be in Minnesota anymore. So just keeping a player who doesn't want to play with the franchise, that's just bad news all around. So we'll see what happens, but in my opinion, Minnesota should let him go and get back solid pieces that can help their team, because you're going to certainly have legitimate offers for Jimmy Butler, who is one of the best players in the NBA and one of the best two-way players. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think, whether you guys think Minnesota should keep Jimmy Butler or trade him. Listen to offers. What do you think they can get for him? And And yeah, so let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. So, and I look forward to reading your comments, guys. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe to all my videos. I got a lot more content coming through. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.